All right, man. Shit. Welcome to the first ever. What the fuck are we gonna call this?
You know, I don't even fucking know, bro.
Oh shit.
We gonna need some better theme music, Bill. I'm telling you.
Hold up. You don't like this old ass shit?
I don't.
Ah, man. What the fuck ever?
I don't. But you know what? It works. What's
Yeah.
going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Shit, man. Welcome to Grown Man Shit. So, in Grown Man Shit, what we do is just discuss ideas that, we're gonna go over. Basically, anything that comes to our mind that we want to fucking talk about. The world, girls, crazy shit.
Girls.
Yeah. It seems to be a lot about fucking girl shit right now. But yeah, man. So tell me what's going on with you and these girls.
Bro, man.
You don't even know where the fuck to begin.
I don't even know where the fuck to start, bro. I don't. Like, I don't. I've been trying. Like, I really have. I've been trying. I've been trying to understand. See,
I mean, what you trying to understand?
Just women in general. And I know, as a man, that'll never fucking happen.
Bro, they don't even understand themselves in general. So how are we to understand something that they can't even comprehend?
It's complicated. Let's just say that. It's complicated.
Yeah. I think it's beyond complicated. Okay, break down and give me a scenario, some situations.
So, ladies, I just have a question. Like, and this is for all the ladies. Tell me, why is it that in this new age of dating, how is it that we feel just so comfortable, so comfortable with wanting the man to do everything, and the woman feels as if though she doesn't have to bring as much to the table? Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, my idea is that, yes, most definitely, if there is a man that can provide, he should be the first source, the first contact. But lately, I've come to the conclusion that is only to an extent.
You're absolutely correct. I mean, it is an equal partnership. I believe, we're going to go off our beliefs here so we don't get hit with the statute of limitations. But my belief is that, a lot of these women are missing their dads, and they don't understand that, that both men and women have to hold their weight. It's 50-50 here, especially in the situation that we live in now. I mean, shit, most women are making more money than men, And
that's not a problem.
No, it's not. But you can't want your cake and eat it too. You feel what I'm saying?
Bro,
like you want me or somebody like yourself to do all of it, and you get to keep all the money plus the perks, and that thing in between your legs. I hate to tell you, it's all right, but it ain't that good. You feel what I'm saying? It's good for a bit, but if there's no true relationship with it, then it's like, what the fuck we doing? You feel what I'm saying?
I actually agree with that. I agree. And I tell you why I agree. Because the thing about it is, I personally feel like you could be with someone, the sex can be amazing. The sex can be great. But if you don't have that connection, if you don't have that just that genuine, raw connection, understanding, because the sex can be great, but I want to know, like, what's gonna happen after the sex? Like, how are we gonna be able to start this business? How are we gonna be able to provide and leave a legacy behind? I think most times, and I don't know. I feel like I don't know, because I mean I think it's easy to say that, it's a daddy issue. But there's some strong ass women out there that, only had their mama, and they pretty dope.
Where the fuck are they at? I need them. Like, bad. Yo, I need y'all. The women he's talking about, I need one. I
shit.
swear to goodness, I'll be the best man that you've ever fucking had. I swear to goodness. Like, this is my right hand. You see me raising it. I swear. Like, if the Bible was right here, it would be on the damn Bible. Because I am sick. I am so sick of finding these women that are, I guess, helper uppers. I don't know what it is
upper.
about me.
Define helper upper. Let's define that. What is a helper upper?
Okay, a helper upper is, you see the potential in this woman, and you're like, okay, she's not quite there. She's rough around the edges, but you're like, okay, I'm willing to take this chance. I'm willing to embark on this journey with her. I know some people, or I have some strengths where I can help her out, but you get her to a point, and then she becomes a complete nuisance, or in my terms, what I would like to say, which is terribly bad, but I'm gonna say it anyway, a complete fuck up. Because I done put all this time into her, trying to mold her, and she's being moldable, but now it's just like, what the fuck just happened? Or the whole situation goes left. You tell me one thing, I provide it, and you're like, that's not what I want. And I'm just like, hold up.
You know what? Yes. Why are we talking about that? That's what I want to fucking know, bro. That's what I want to know. Ladies, help me understand. Why is it? Cause dead ass, that's a serious no. I felt you on that one.
Yeah, for
I actually
sure,
fucking
man.
felt you on that one because I really want to know, why is it that you can literally tell a man, hey, I want you to do A, B, and C. You go. This man goes. He does A, B, and C. Matter of fact, A, B, C, and D. And then we turn around and it's like, okay, hey babe, I done did A, B, C. Matter of fact, and I did D. And then it's like, oh, well, I don't want that no more. And I want what? E, F, G. I need you to do E, F, G. Like, what the fuck? And then, no, here's the fucked up part about it. Because they'll tell you, I want you to do A, B, C. You go and do that. And then, oh, well, you didn't do the other half of it. So now I'm going to leave you because you didn't do, because my expectation changed. Like, I never understood that. I never really understood it. And maybe it's just a me thing. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think it's just a you thing. I think most men are trying to understand what the heck is going on. What are we actually getting into? We see a woman, we see the potential in a woman, and after that, it just seems like they want more monetary things. We want more of the spiritual things. Of course, sex is a very spiritual thing, whether a woman thinks it is or not. I'm hating what a friend of mine calls the pussy trap era, where every woman thinks that they can get whatever it is that they want just because they look a certain way or because they think every man wants sex. I want a partnership. You feel what I'm saying? Nice. Like, if you want the best sex of your life from me, give me a fucking partnership. I will dominate you in the bed because I feel like you're providing something for me, and that's what makes you special. And because you're special to me, I want to show you it in every way that I possibly can. And one of those ways is sexually. And you'll get gifts and a whole bunch of other things, but it has to be an equal playing field.
Ladies, just so you know, this man is single, and just so you know, if you are single and looking, I mean, there we go.
Shit.
Domination in the bedroom. What else was that? We got gifts going on and everything. So just so you know, I mean. Yes. His name is Ajamu Davis.
Oh my goodness! Now give him the gov. I'm gonna need you to speak into the microphone, kind sir.
Not he said speaking to the mic.
Would you think the mic just there for no reason?
I mean, these are some good quality mics, bro. These are some good quality mics.
They picking up, but I want to make sure they pick up. You feel what I'm saying? But nah, it's about, like we said before, it's about forming that relationship with each other, where it's an equal playing field, and not thinking that only thing the woman has to do is provide sex. I mean, shit, if that's the case, why don't I just go spend money on a hooker? You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I can pay her to do the ultimate thing. Fucking leave. You feel what I'm saying? I got what I needed. I don't owe you anything else besides for the nut. Hopefully you got yours, because at that point I'm paying for a service. I'm not looking to pay for a service if I'm getting into a relationship. I'm looking for something more. I'm looking for somebody that's going to add upon to what it is that I'm trying to do, and me add upon what they're trying to do. I mean, it doesn't make any sense if that's not happening.
I feel like that's where a lot of relationships go wrong. Because when it starts, we don't ask qualifying questions. We don't ask the qualifying questions like, what is your childhood like? How did you grow up?
Got you.
How did you, what are some generational curses that you see going on in your family that you're trying to break?
Yeah.
I think we don't ask qualifying questions, and I think once we get to that point with a person where it's like, why am I going through the worst hell of my life? It's because we don't set ourselves up for success. We don't set ourselves up for success in relationships. And then not only that, but like another thing is, I mean, we really don't continue to put God first in the relationship. I mean, let's just be real and honest. Like, don't want to really fully take it there, but I'm gonna take it there a little bit. I mean, God is the centerpiece of everything. So, if we're not asking qualifying questions, as well as we're not basically keep putting God first, I mean, it's all gonna crumble. Like, it's all gonna crumble. And like, I think that's something that I would, if I had to tell my younger self, which, I mean, still pretty young. But if I had to tell my younger self, in my developing years, what are one of the key things to do, prior to getting into a relationship, it'll definitely be that. And then not only that, but just self-love.
Yes.
And men, this is for all the men out there. Please. I mean, I'm gonna get close to the mic on this one because I need y'all to understand me. Self-love is like literally that is the best thing that we as men can have. Like, real talk. Best thing that we as men can have. Because the thing about it is, if we can come across a woman who she can come and she can go, but one thing about it is, at least if you black, we're gonna just go there. If you black and you grew up with a black mama, like mine.
Can we change the statute? I hate to cut you off, but this whole black shit, I fucking hate. This whole African American shit, for people that were born here, I hate. This is just the intermission. Let's call ourselves what the fuck it is that we are. That's American Africans. We're born in America, which makes us American.
Right.
We are of African descent, which makes us African. So we're American Africans. I'm so sick of this shit called African Americans. And not to knock African Americans, but African Americans are somebody that's from Africa that came to America. That's a fucking African American.
He wants to get politically correct, so.
I mean, yeah, because
I mean, it makes sense. And, it actually makes a lot of sense. It actually does.
But let's get back to what you were saying. My bad.
You got your rant out?
Man, you know me. I got a lot more fucking rant out.
No, but shit. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no. So basically, I was having a point before we kind of went into a little intermission. But my point is this: if you grew up with a American African mother,
Thank you, appreciate it.
okay, just want to make sure we cleared that up.
It hit me right in my heart.
Oh, you have one.
Yeah, somebody tried to make it an ice box, but
We ain't gonna talk about it. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
yeah, we'll talk about that episode.
Yes, we'll talk about that on another episode.
Evil demon.
No, but real talk though, if you had a black mama. I mean, I'm only gonna say black mama. I'm sorry. I'm only gonna say it because we can all.
What the fuck is black?
Oh, here we go.
Continue.
This guy. If you grew up with a black mama, you already knew as a man. If it was a true black mama, it was, I want you to learn how to cook. I want you to learn how to clean. I want you to learn how to take care of your damn self, so that way you don't need a woman to do shit for you. Now, that is one of the most truest statements that I have ever heard. No matter how it was told to you, no matter how it came off, that's one of the most truest statements. Because literally, you should not. I mean, even with women nowadays, they be like, "Oh, you know how to cook? You didn't?
Yeah.
Okay, you sure?"
Yeah.
Even with women nowadays, they'd be like, "Oh, you know how to cook? Oh, your house is clean. Oh, you have a car? You have 2 cars? Wow." And it's like, yeah, I. It's called taking care of yourself. It's called doing. It's called being able to provide for yourself. That's what self love will do to you. So that's just my little tidbit.
I mean, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. My American African family, guardians, shall I say? Yeah, we're not going to get into that. That's another segment too. But no, I mean that's something that they taught me too. You know, I remember when I was young, and I told my biological mother that I think that women are supposed to wash clothes, and I told her that when I was 5, because she told me to bring my clothes down so I could learn how to wash clothes. And I looked at her, I was like, aren't women supposed to do that? And she was like, let me talk to your dad about this. So she went and talked to my biological father. And my biological dad was like, nah, man, you're supposed to actually know how to do this. So today, you're going to learn. And I was like, oh, okay. But through that, you know, it's a good thing that, you know, both my biological parents, what they installed in me is, you know, being able to take care of myself. I can cook, I can clean, I can damn near do any and everything for myself that a quote unquote a woman is supposed to. Actually, I can do everything that a woman is supposed to. I rather share that with the woman though than do it by myself. I mean, shit. In certain cases, I mean, I take care of myself better than any other woman has, except for maybe two. And
You know, it would just. I mean, I'm glad you say 2. I mean, it is definitely 1. I can't even cap. Like,
yeah, I mean, but you see, it's not that many. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
no, because I mean, it's because that's see, and that goes back to what you said. That's something that like you. It don't matter. Like if you don't have that true connection, that genuine connection with a person, the shit ain't gonna be good. Like it's not. It could be as slippery and as watery and it could be just overflow. It ain't gonna fucking matter because literally like I don't fucking know, bro. All I know is it's just I've only had one and we just gonna move on.
I'm gonna add something to that. Then we're good. I'm just gonna add this one to it. Women, you guys don't really understand. We have to please you in numerous freaking ways. Not only do we have to please you financially, not only do we have to please you spiritually, not only do we have to please you physically. Like, honestly, I think y'all get more out of sex than we do. Like, y'all gotta ask us, is it good? Like, if it's good, like, why you gotta fucking ask? Like, don't be asking in the middle of sex, is it good? What the fuck for? Like, I'm still fucking you, right? Or making love to you, or whatever it is that I'm doing at that point in time. Like, that shit is a motherfucking nuisance. I'm just like, I'm getting my shit in. I'm swerving and get it. Is it good to you? Is it good to you? What? Is it good to me? Is it good to you? Because that's all I'm doing is pleasing you at this moment. Like,
Bro, thanks.
I mean, maybe when she's sucking dick, that's a totally different thing because she's not getting reciprocated. It's only me. But at the same time, I enjoy being in the pussy, bro. I like.
Hold the hell on. Rewind that. Wait, what?
Yeah. Over getting my dick sucked? I mean, getting my dick sucked is cool. But
okay, wait, time, right there. Hold the hell on. So wait, so that's a one-way street for you?
Are you talking, nigga? I'm talking about my dick in her pussy, not my.
You was just talking about your dick getting sucked though. Is that Is that so? That's a one-way street for you. You ain't going down on a woman.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, I go down on my woman, bro.
Okay,
That's
okay. I
that's
was about to say.
that is
I was about to say.
not.
I was about to
Yo,
say because I thought
that is not what the fuck it is that I'm saying.
I was gonna have to retract my endorsement for a minute.
No,
About to be like, I'm sorry, ladies.
No. Let me help you out. I aim to please.
Okay.
I will. Shit. I will rip the panties off your shit. Continue to go down and then fuck the shit out of you or make love to you better than it's ever been done before. You ain't never had nothing like this. I tell you. My guy over there dying. Well, we gonna test something out. I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh, yeah, there it is. You'll be feeling like this. We gonna get that again. Like, come here.
Level unlocked.
Yes. Let me kiss you. I'm about to fuck the shit out of you. All right. My bad. It's on you, bro.
As you can tell, nothing is off limits on grown.
Oh,
shit.
fuck no, man. Hell no.
Nothing is off limits. Nothing is off limits.
Nothing at all.
Well, shit, what you bringing to the table, bro? Tell me, what you bringing to the table?
Oh, man, to be honest, bro, one of the things that's been on my mind is, has to do with politics. The shit that happened with Kyrie Irving, the shit that's happening with my guy Kanye. I mean, people don't really give Kanye his flowers in the sense that this is the fastest growing billionaire in history, period.
Right.
Like, period. It doesn't matter what color or race or whatever. He's the fastest growing. Like, this dude surpassed Jay-Z and Beyonce, and they're together.
Facts.
Like, by himself.
Now, with this, I mean, because I mean, we all can have our own thoughts or ideas on Kanye. I mean, but I guess my biggest thing is it's like, what would you say because I mean, most people would probably just be like, well, you make all this money, you can be able to go, you can get help, you choose not to. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it potentially may have played what people feel like is the bipolar way or whatever, however the hell you want to call it. I mean, some people would say that it contributed to the fact that Kim Kardashian left, his marriage ended up failing, and whatnot. I mean, what is your take on it?
I mean, honestly, Kanye's been in the spotlight. He's placed himself there. I mean, I believe all this has been a part of his plan, except for, the stuff that's happened with his family. Now, I believe that Kim has just been caught up in the political stance of her family. You see what I'm saying? I think,
not to cut you off. I mean, I was actually kind of surprised because I mean, shit. She married Chris Humphries. That lasted what, 90 days, 60 days, 30 days. One of those three. I mean, it was damn sure less than 120. So I mean, that only lasted. I mean, hell, we blinked. They got married. We blinked, and it was already at the divorce court. I'm like, damn. But I guess my biggest thing is just like, I mean, I think that kind of came out of the woodworks in a bit, and then they stayed together for, I mean, shit, what, 10 years? 9 years?
Don't get me the line.
But I mean, they was together for a good amount of time. So it's like, there had to have been something there, I would have to say. Or is it just the fact that they're opportunists?
I believe it starts off as being an opportunist. Just in any relationship that you get into, it's the opportunity.
Right.
And then you grow to actually love and have feelings for that person. But I think in Hollywood, it's a bigger deal because they use their fame as a way of leverage. So even though you may have these feelings and maybe want to be with that person financially, that may not be the best thing. So, because everything's a show. You're not really living life. You're just putting on. You're just doing a play your whole entire life. So, at what point in time do you get to live? And most people, they're cool with that because of the monetary gain it is that they're getting. They don't understand the spiritual warfare that comes along with that. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff has to do with, like we talked about, loving yourself first. A lot of people don't love themselves, and a lot of people don't understand what loving themselves is about. I truly didn't until I went through my divorce. And through my divorce, I realized that, I got to put me first. Because if I did, I had put her first. I put her, I treated her like a queen, and anybody that was around me knows that I did. And for the allegations that she says that I did her wrong, knowing me and anybody else knowing me is like, nah, man, that wasn't on you. That she just wasn't meant for you, And you going through what you went through with, or shall I went through or going through?
Going through. I mean, and that's another thing. Like, as someone going through a divorce, you start to really like take some time to really think, like, man, like I really did not, love myself. Because I mean, a little bit of my timeline is just like, I met my estranged wife, and at that point, I was at a very like low place, and this is why I say self-love is so important.
Man,
Because
I agree.
you don't know, you link up with someone, then you have this. For me, it was just this fear of being by myself. It was this fear of, like, man, like, okay, this person that's coming to my life, and now, I mean, at the time I was kind of having, kind of beefing with my mom a little bit and everything, really trying to figure it out. What was it like to be, this young man in this ever-changing world? And it's just like, man, like, here comes, this girl, and it's just like, man, after a couple quick interactions, it's like, oh, I'm there. Like, I'm, in love. I'm invested, this, that, and the third. But this is why I say it's very important to love yourself, because the thing about it is, if I would have asked qualifying questions, if I would have asked, about her traumas and what happened, in her life and how things started, and even opened up a little bit more about my own personal life, the stuff that I struggle with, I think it would have been perfect for the two of us to be able to sit and figure out, is this something that we are going to be able to overcome together? Because I mean, when two people become one, you're basically not only are you marrying the person, you're marrying everything that comes with them.
Exactly.
Like you're taking on, like you said, like the demons. You're taking on, any type of heat. Hell, you're taking on the debt. You're taking on, hell, you're creating more debt in a way, depending on the type of person that you are. And it's like, if you don't have the knowledge to combat that, and if you don't have a stable foundation, which, as far as my marriage goes, I mean, I think those qualifying questions would have stabilized a lot of things. It would have made things a little bit stable. But also, I think it would have, I wouldn't call it a waste of time, because regardless of the fact, I still feel like me and my ex, we learned a lot from each other, even though we've gone our separate ways. But I think it would have definitely helped to be able to see, like, okay, this is your point of view, this is my point of view. Is this something that's gonna be able to work? And if it's not, then let's continue to be friends. Which, that's another thing. Most people feel like when they break up, you can't be friends, and in certain cases you can't. Because I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about friends in my case.
You can't. Cause some people, I ain't even gonna lie. Some people just deserve to go ahead, and I wouldn't. I don't want to say they deserve to be in a body bag, but sometimes you got a person fucked up a little bit too much. I mean, but
yeah.
I do feel as if, though, like, I mean, communication is definitely key. But self love is first thing. I mean, it's king. So
I mean, self love is the kingdom. You feel what I'm
exactly.
saying? I
No, it
mean,
is.
well, the thing that that I didn't get, because that's the same thing that I did as well. I was going through a tough time in life. She came around. She seemed to want to be there, and that I felt that need, and she seemed to provide it at that time. And it kind of sucked me up because I wasn't at my best. Um, and so when I looked at it, I was like, you know what? I could spend the rest of my life with this woman. She's cool. We vibe out. She understands me. And then, you're not looking, you're not really looking down that rabbit hole. You're not, because, I mean, even when you get into your spats, for me, I would say that, growing up, dealing with my biological parents, they argued a lot. And so I thought that was normal, and our conversations weren't to a point where we wanted to hit each other, but to me it was like, okay, we can grow through this. You see what I'm saying? Because my biologicals grew through it, but then there just came a point where, on her end, she just didn't want to communicate, and I was trying to be very communicative, and it just, it just happened in the way that it happened. You know how it happened, but it just happened so bad, and it's something that fucked up, right? Really, something that I didn't deserve. Lies, cheating, taking money, and everything else like that, bro. Like that's. I don't wish that on anybody. But I sacrificed. I sacrificed to get out in order to save myself. You know what I'm saying? And the people who really know me know what it was like for me to have to sacrifice, especially the things that I had. And I mean, I think she got me, man, she hit me pretty good for like 40. That would never happen again, though.
$40?
No, 40 grand, my guy. Yeah, bro.
The fuck?
Yeah, bro. She.
You never tell me. You can tell me that. Hold the hell on. Hold the hell on. Stop. Hold the hell on.
So when
40K?
40K, bro. So I mean, there was already 20K in an investment. Actually, I think it's 25K in the investment. And fellas, I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you're involved in investments, don't put it. I don't care if it's your wife, your girlfriend, anything else like that. Make sure your investments are in your name. Make sure your investments are in your name. Make sure your stocks are in your name. Make sure your crypto's in your name. All the rest of that stuff, because if stuff doesn't go right, man, you have a high possibility of getting jacked, bro. A high possibility. I mean, that's what happened to me. I invested some money in some stocks in her name, but I put the money in. It flourished. It grew to about 15 from about roughly 3 to about 15. There was already some other money that we had invested together that, she was supposed to divide and divvy up. Didn't do that. And then when you ask her questions, she'll just be like, well, it's his fault. Like, what is his fault? And she could never give you a stern answer on what it is, And like I said, I found out from a 10-year-old what she was doing, bro. A 10-year-old told me that, and I'll speak more about it later, but a 10-year-old told me that they got their whole family together. And we're supposed to be having a break at this time, taking 2 weeks off. I come to the house in order to get some stuff. Baby asks me, what am I doing here? And she opens the door for me. I ask her, where's her mom at? She tells me, oh, she's with such and such a guy. I'm like, oh, how long they been dating? Baby goes, oh, so you know? I'm like, yeah, tell me, but I didn't know nothing. Baby tells me, well, yeah, they've been dating for some time. Mommy got the whole family together and said that this is gonna be our new daddy and that you were out.
Like an NBA coach.
bro. Bro, that was the most devastating. I'm happy, and I can say this now. I'm happy she didn't come home that day. I'm truly happy because I'd be in the penitentiary. I'm happy he didn't come there neither because I'd be in the penitentiary. Yeah, I wouldn't have lost nothing. As far as the fight's concerned, no. No. But it made me a better man. It made me look at things in a different way. It made me appreciate myself better and not, try to put so much on somebody else because at any point in time, they can take themselves away if they don't feel like you're doing the adequate thing for them.
A, B, and C.
And that was very selfish. My whole thing is you can work out anything, through understanding and conversation.
And I want to add something to that because there's this misconception that people try, they do everything that they can and whatnot, but I agree with that. What gets me is that you have people out here, the good men, who they actually want to work it out, and of course they're not perfect. Who is perfect? But women will be so quick to say, "Oh well, you didn't do X, Y, and Z right. You didn't do this right. You didn't do that right." And it's like, I mean, at least in my particular situation, I mean, here I am. I mean, my father, he wasn't there. I mean, just being honest, he wasn't there. Raised by my mother, she did the best that she knew how.
Let's give her an applause.
Testing out the new toys.
Hey,
But raised by a single mother, who did the best that she could and whatnot. And it used to always be a thing of, oh well, maybe if you had your dad around, you would know how to, you know, be better equipped. But my thing is this: you have people that are in two-parent households that are just as fucked up, if not even worse.
Oh, I can most definitely speak for that. That's why I call them my biological. Love them, but as guardians, they just truly don't understand what it means to be a goddamn parent.
And exactly, and it's just like people don't understand. Like that's literally the biggest thing. Like you can literally have a two-parent household, and the child can still turn out to be who knows. I mean, Lord forbid, the next person that decides to go out and shoot some shit up. I mean, it's happened. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's a cop out to say, oh well, I mean, if you would have had your dad in your life, no, it's not that. It's not that at all. Because at the end of the day, I feel like that decision, whether or not you have a two-parent household, one-parent household, or in some people's cases where they have to raise themselves, as it no, a no-parent household, it depends on what you want to do as a person. Are you going to continue to sit there and cry and moan and groan about the shit that you really can't control? Because I'm not gonna lie, I was that person. I was that person that would sit there and I'm just oh life just sucks and this that and the third and just don't know how to get it out. But then I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. Like, I mean, shoot, 15 years old, going through homeless with my mother, sleeping in cars, sleeping in rest areas, and whatnot. I mean, meanwhile, me and my dad, he was, off raising another family, and I mean, there's no bitterness. I mean, I love all of my siblings. They all know I love them. I mean, keep in contact with a lot of them. Um, so it's definitely nothing against them. And even nowadays, it's just like, I've gotten a lot, how should I say it? Like, I've learned to move past it all. But, 15 years old, that's when I decided to get up. I was just like, you know what? I can't do this. Started writing books, you know, had hella grammatical errors, because I mean, at 15, you think that you know what editing is, but until you actually get older and you go back and reread that shit and you're like, what the fuck did I write?
But at least it sparked the idea for you. And
Yeah.
it put you on a path.
Yeah, no. And like, that's the thing, I mean, overnight to be 15 and then months later, actually be a national bestseller off of and it was off of it was craziest way to have how it happened, but we'll say that for another show. But I mean, to be able to go and do that, and then to be able to provide in some way to be able to move at least from a car to a stable hotel. I mean, that's one way, and then from there, that's just kind of where the grind has always been. I mean, everything, and even not even just starting with my mother, but just my family in general. At least, I mean, I'm not too familiar with my dad's side, but from what I can tell, I mean, I believe they share the same thing, but it's about hustle. It's about being able to, which is, that brings me to, and I'm kind of jumping a little bit, but it brings me to my next thing. If you have no hustle, no accountability, what do you have? I cannot stand a pet peeve of mine. I cannot stand when I see someone, oh, I'm broke. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have that. And it's like, do you know the amount of opportunity that's out there? Who ca-
They don't.
who cares if it's DoorDash? If you got a car, a license, and some insurance, who cares if it's DoorDash?
Get your ass out there and DoorDash.
Who cares if it's fucking Lyft or Uber? Who cares if all these different apps? I literally had a friend that he lost his job, and he was so content with being, just basically just, oh, I lost this job. I'm gonna wait for this job, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Sat on his girlfriend's couch for like 2-3 months. I came along, and I'm always the type of person, if I got something, if I can help somebody out, I will. I got a little GM job and whatnot, making good money. I'm like, hey, come on, bro. Like, I'll pay you, I mean, it's weekly pay. I'll pay you X amount of dollars, basically make you the highest paid assistant to come and help me out. And no, bro. Like, I asked this guy 3 times before he finally decided to just go ahead and do it.
Got you.
But, this just goes to show, like, it's got to be some type of hustle. You got to.
But you have to have, you have to have motivation in order to do that. A lot of people don't have a direction with their life, and that's the problem. Is if there's no direction, then how do you know how to hustle, or what do you know how to hustle for? Because the hustle is to put you in a better position in life, and I believe in order to hustle the right way, you have to have an idea of what it is that you want to do.
You got to.
You know,
You got to.
that way, you can look for the opportunities within your hustle.
No, you got to. Because like, if you haven't, like, and I agree with you. I actually do. Because if you don't know what it is that you're hustling for, then you're hustling with any meaning.
It's funny. It brings me back to the relationship situation, because the relationship is a hustle too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so you have to know what it is that you're hustling for, which means you have to understand who your mate is, which means you have to understand who you are, which means you have to have that, what we talked about of loving yourself first.
Loving yourself first.
So if you don't love yourself, then you're in the wrong hustle, because you're gonna get hustled,
Bro.
man.
Bro.
Real shit. I mean, I think we've seen it happen. I think.
We've seen it. We've lived it.
Yes, most definitely.
I mean, biggest thing for any man out there, like, you're not alone. I mean, men,
No.
get, like, come to, like, as men, because my thing is this: women collectively, regardless if they like each other or not, they will come together for one common cause.
Yeah.
When will we see men do the same exact thing? When will we as men be able to be like, oh, hey, bro, hey, I like the whip, or hey, I mean, the stitches that you got on, I don't know if they still say that and whatnot. People say that I'm hella old fashioned. I guarantee you that I'm 26. I guarantee you that I am.
We're not gonna get on my age though.
But we gonna, we
I'm young enough.
Exactly. But I mean, just when are we gonna be able to be happy for the next person?
But you have to be happy for yourself first. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Women come together through emotion. You feel what I'm saying? And we as men are taught not to deal with emotion, but it is what brings us to our downfall. I mean, a lot of times, rather you have the materialistic things, if you're not centered the right way and have the right people around you, most definitely you need male figures around you that can center you, because they have they've been through life, and you need that navigational star, those people that can help you understand yourself better, without you going through the trials and tribulations.
Exactly.
And so we as men need to come together and be able to sit down. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. It just matters about having that intellectual conversation about, how is it that we're feeling as men, and what is it that we need to do in order to impact not only each other but the world in a correct way? Because right now I believe a lot of things are happening because a lot of men are scarred. Whether it has to do with their childhood, whether it has to do with women. I mean, and the other guys that are into men, other men. It's just we need to be more vulnerable and more open. We need to be able to tell our stories and have other people hear it. The thing about men is we're very prideful, which means that we're very judgmental about our own things. And I believe in opening and talking about certain situations. It puts a close, or at least some type of boundary up, in order to get over it. So now people know they know what you're dealing with, and you don't have to deal with it alone. So when they see you, they accept you for who you are.
Right.
I mean, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I agree. I agree 110%. I mean, you gotta be happy with yourself, because there's no way that you can be happy for someone else. I mean, I've learned. I mean, I've never been a jealous person. Like, if somebody goes out and they get something, I'm the first person congratulating them. Like, oh man, you just got that. You just got that new Tesla or whatnot. Hey, that means mine must be right around the corner.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like, this is what people have to understand. If you can find it in yourself to be happy for the next person, trust and believe that literally your blessing gonna be right around the corner. But how do you expect God to bless you with something and you can't even be happy with somebody else? Like, I've had people literally, and I, like, people who know me, they know I'm a giver. I help out just about anybody for the most part. And some people don't really understand it. They just be like, oh, like, why would you do this? Why would you do that? I wouldn't. And I keep telling them it's not a me thing, but it's a God thing.
Yeah.
And like, for instance, just this past week, there was someone that I had helped out and whatnot, and the same thing that I had with the same, thing that I went and did for that person, they basically, in my time of need, they turned around and did it for me as well.
Yeah.
And it was a
reciprocation,
and it was totally unexpected. So, and for me, that just showed me that, like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because literally, like, how can you expect good things when you're hating on somebody else?
True. And then I believe that again comes around to self-love. You see what I'm saying? Because when you actually love yourself, you're able to motivate others.
Exactly.
Instead of, looking at what it is that they're doing wrong. I believe that's a form of you trying to find something wrong with somebody to feel good about yourself. That's not a form of self-love.
Exactly.
That is truly a form of self-hate, which is going to destroy you. If you don't destroy yourself, somebody else is going to destroy you. So, I believe there's always there's always something good that comes out of love.
Oh, facts. Big facts.
So what else you got on your heart, man?
Yeah, I mean, I really, I feel like we just kind of went and kind of touched a lot of stuff.
I believe we did too, but there's one thing that we didn't do.
What didn't we do?
We didn't introduce ourselves.
Well, this is what you call a test run.
Yeah, most definitely a test run, bro.
It's what you call a test run. Still playing with, still trying to figure it out.
That's what the pussy do. Yes, it does. And I'll leave it clean. Oh, man. But I think that's going to be it for today. My name is Ajamu Davis.
My name is Keon Polite.
He don't get no music.
You know, you go to hell.
But he know he coming right along with me. So we wish everybody a good day. And you guys be safe out there. And we're going to be doing this every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
So stay blessed. Stay fresh.
Give me my theme music. Gotta get better theme music. Got to. Damn.
I like this old shit. Sound good.